Good morning, people of the internet, myself included. There I am. Had to get relocated on the other side of the camera, y'all, because I've got this clicker. Matter of fact, I'll show y'all real quick. I got this clicker that I bought. It's supposed to start and stop the video, but for some reason it doesn't work. It takes pictures though, and it'll do it. It just won't do it on social media. It'll do it like if you're doing a video on your phone, it'll actually work. It'll start and stop the video and also take pictures. But for some reason, yeah, Facebook Live, it just doesn't want to start and stop the video. So unfortunately, can't use that, or I would. It would help. Any of y'all have any tips or know how to start and stop a video on Facebook Live? Definitely let me know, because I'd like to figure that out. So anyway, hope everybody is having a good week so far. Start of your week. It's been pretty busy so far on my end. I'm actually getting ready to do some more water testing to show y'all some other stuff I'm working on right now with my business. Really about to start getting into more of the health and wellness space, at least on the side, right? To try to help everybody out with their health and wellness. So that's really my passion. It's what I really love. I really enjoy it. So I'm trying to figure out some ways to really start doing that, even if it's just a couple hours a week, right? I want to really start incorporating that into my life. Instead of all my driving stuff, which I've been doing for over 20 years. I love driving, as y'all know. I've been doing it so long, it's like insane. But it's just not what it used to be 20 years ago. Really not what it used to be 3 years ago. So it's gotten a lot more challenging. A lot more people are doing it now. So that opportunity is, I think, eventually probably going to go away for the majority of people that's out there that want to make at least a halfway decent living with driving, right? I was making a really good living with driving until about 3 years ago. Now it's kind of, it's not all that great. I mean, I get by, but it's not a really good living, right? So, but we're working on that. I'm going to do what we need to do to make that happen and transition. Hopefully, eventually, I'll be able to transition over into full-time health and wellness. That's my goal anyway. And maybe one day even have a healing center, or health, excuse me, not healing center. I can't say that just due to the I don't want anybody coming down on me, right, saying that I'm healing people. You got to really be careful what you say, liability wise, right? So only the body can heal itself when you give it the right state. You put it in the right state, you give it the right things, take away the bad things. So just want to clarify that. And yeah, health and wellness center, I should have said, instead of an actual healing center. So without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and get started with our self-care this morning. I know why that's many of y'all are here for, so don't want to get off too far on a tangent, because I can go, y'all. I can talk and talk and talk. So I want to try to rein that in a little bit. So, because I value y'all's time. I really appreciate y'all being here. Also value my time as well. So don't want to talk for freaking forever, right? So y'all just find somewhere safe that you can go ahead and relax, do your self-care for a few minutes. Just close your eyes whenever you're ready. And just take some cleansing breaths, breathing in your nose, out your mouth. Today we're going to do a white light meditation. So what I want you to do is just imagine for a moment God, whatever your version of God is, sending a white beam of light down through your head and moving through your face, your ears, your neck, throughout your entire body. And imagine that light it can be love, it can be peace, it can be joy, It can be kindness, it can be acceptance, it can be respect. Whatever you want to imagine that light to be, just imagine it to be that. For me, I'm going to imagine it to be acceptance. I'm going to choose acceptance. Is God accepting me for exactly how I am, for who I am? And just let that light fill your entire body and come out your feet and go all the way down into the earth. And really get into the key here, y'all, is really get into embodying this. You really want to feel it, like feel it with every level of your being. You don't want to just imagine it and that's it. You want to actually feel it and get into it, get into the emotional state of it. That's how it transforms us, right? That's how we influence our subconscious mind. It's with emotion that our subconscious mind is influenced by, and that can be done by relaxation, and it can also be done by shock and awe, which is like you see these hypnotists on stage. They do the shock and awe hypnosis. This is what I focus on is the relaxation kind of hypnosis to be able to affect change in our lives. Hence, while we close our eyes, while we do our meditations, just to relax, to get present, to get centered, not have to worry about the past. Don't worry about the future. Excuse me, don't regret the past. Don't worry about the future while we're together. So yeah, really get into what that means for you. Between you and God, you don't have to tell me what word you chose. If you're comfortable sharing, I'd really like to know, though. If you want to put it down below in the comments, that would be awesome. But you don't have to. Okay, one more breath. Breathe in deep. Let it out audibly. Let go any stress and tension that you might be holding on to. And a serenity prayer. I'm going to do the full one today. God, grant me the serenity to accept the change that I cannot change. Accept the things I cannot change. Courage to change the things that I can. And the wisdom to know the difference. Living one day at a time. Enjoying one moment at a time. Accepting hardships as the pathway to peace. Taking as he did this sinful world as it is, not as I would have it. Trusting that he will make all things right if I surrender to his will, so that I may be reasonably happy in this life and supremely happy with him forever and ever in the next. Hey y'all, so today is May the 13th. So let's go ahead and get into our reading here. Often in the quiet stillness of late evening, my mind begins to reel, and the fearful projections of doom and gloom try to settle in. To gain some peace and perspective, I use the Serenity prayer to break the cycle. First, I substitute the prayer for my insane thoughts and recite it as many times as necessary to focus on the here and now. Then I break the prayer down into 3 parts and apply them to my jumbled mind. I pray, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. It's late at night and I'm afraid to speak with anyone in the program right now. courage to change the things that I can. I read from my shelf of conference-approved literature and write my problems down in my journal. I also ask to be guided by my higher power's will and wisdom to know the difference. I thank God for halting my confusion and ask for peace and restorative sleep. I repeat this process until serenity settles over me like a warm and cozy blanket, encouraging me to relax in my body, mind, and spirit until I finally fall asleep. When I awaken the next day, I often find something has changed during the night. Sometimes it's my viewpoint of the situation, and my course of action changes accordingly. Sometimes the situation resolves itself with no effort on my part. Either way, it is fine with me. I'm just glad I used the serenity prayer to turn my problem over and prevent myself from suffering needlessly. And thought for the day. Have I tried breaking down the serenity prayer and using its 3 sections as healthy lenses through which to view my problem? Reflecting on each thought in the serenity prayer can help put situations into a clearer perspective. And that's from the book Purpose and Suggestions, page number 5. Good stuff, y'all. Not really a whole lot to say on this. I mean, we already do the serenity prayer. I do that on here every day with y'all. But I will say that it is really good sometimes to just break it in parts. I will second that, what it said in the book here. Sometimes you just got to go, God grant me the serenity. God grant me the serenity. And just pray that, right? To break it up however you like to break it up. I've never used it like it says here, though. It's late at night and I'm afraid to speak with anyone in the program right now. Is an example it says here. I've never used it to specific things. I usually just use it when something comes up in my life that I need to use it for, and I just say that, God grant me the serenity. God grant me the serenity to accept the things that I cannot change. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. So I don't. It's interesting how they put it though in here. It's definitely something to consider. Saying it specifically and saying aloud what the issue is, and taking it directly to the serenity prayer, taking it through that lens. Not as a prayer. So, yeah, I think with that, y'all, it wraps us up for the day. If any of y'all are interested in some wild and crazy stories, y'all stay tuned because I'm about to start my Tony's Open Road podcast as well. I'm going to be talking about all of my driving career over the last 20 plus years and continuing, right? And just talking about that, and I don't know, kind of getting into some stories that I've had over the years, y'all. I don't know how many I got. I might have to really think about it. I know I've probably got a good 10, but if any of y'all are interested in that, yeah, I really appreciate y'all tuning in for that as well. I'm not really sure if I'm going to do that live or if I'm going to record it and just post it on here from the YouTube channel. I haven't decided, or both. I may end up doing both. We'll see. So if you're not interested, obviously you can go on the video and you can go on a video and put like not interested in this content. There's a button on there. You can click it should be like three little dots on the right side, top right side of the video or the post. And it'll give you that option to just say show less of this type of video if you're not interested in the driving stuff that I do discussing that. So same thing with this. If you're not interested in this, yeah, you can always do that as well. So only want people here that want to be here. And it felt called to be here on this journey with me. So appreciate every one of y'all being here. As I mentioned yesterday, this is your podcast as much as it is mine. So I'm always open to any ideas, comments, suggestions that y'all may have. Definitely leave them in the comments, or you can just reach out to me. And God bless. Peace and love. Look forward to seeing everybody again tomorrow. Bye for now.